Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
All right, so James County Probate Court in order. If you're going to testify today, if you'll raise your right hand, we'll swear you in.
Jimmy? Is that Jimmy? Is that who we're dealing with?
Don't know. Hold on. That's the judge. Okay, raise your right hand.
Kayla, Dina, and Melody, that will be you on our case. All
All
three of you.
right, so anybody's going to testify, raise your right hand, please, we can swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. All right, cause number 21 CPR 0154, the state of Dennis Marie Boris Lawrence.
Yes.
Morning, Your Honor. Randy Gunter here for the
Good
applicant.
morning, Ms. Gunner. How are you?
I'm well.
Little Savage here, I'm gonna headline them.
Good morning, Ms. Savage. Okay, you make.
All right, thank you. Judge, would you like to handle the airship determination first and separate from the application or together?
You can do it first to be fun.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to call Michaela Lawrence. Michaela, can you hear me okay? I believe you're muted. And if any of my witnesses are on and not muted, go ahead and mute yourselves except Michaela. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, would you state your name for the court?
Michaela Lawrence. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to mute myself. There's my microphone muted.
Dina, are you muted?
Oh, I'm
Let's see.
Okay. Michaela, would you state your name for the court?
yes, Michaela Ray Lawrence.
That's
Are you
better.
here- yes. Are you here to ask the court to determine the airship regarding your mom's estate?
Yes.
Okay. So I think you've answered that question already, but how are you related to Denise Marie Lawrence?
She's my mom. Yeah, your daughter.
Okay. All right. And are you asking the court to find that you are the heir and only heir of your mom?
Yes.
Okay. Now you reside at 794 Normandy Street, apartment 611 in Houston. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So was your mom married at the time of her passing?
No.
Now she had been married before though, hadn't she?
Yes.
Okay. And how did that marriage end?
They got a divorce.
Okay. All right. Now your mom passed away on January 13th of last year. That is 2021 in Conroe, Montgomery County, Texas. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. But she lived at 9332 FM 2354 in Baytown, Texas. Is that right?
Yes.
And that's in Chambers County, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did your mom have any other children?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'll pass the witness.
Savage.
Miss Lawrence, did your mom, you said that she got a divorce? Was that a divorce from your dad?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And did you live with your mom during her lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. Did she marry anybody else?
No.
And did she live with any other men or have a relationship with any men that you know of?
No.
Okay. So if she would have had any other children, you feel like you would have known about it?
Yes.
Okay. I pass the witness.
All right, counsel, call you next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll call Dina Voris. Dina, if you could unmute.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you state your name for the court?
Dina K. Voris.
All right. Where do you live, Ms. Voris?
I live in 9332 FM 2354 Baytown.
Okay. How are you related to the decedent here? And I mean Denise Marie Lawrence when I say the decedent.
She was my sister.
Okay. Older sister or younger sister?
Older.
Who's older. Okay. So is it, I guess it would be fair to say you knew her your whole life, right?
Yes,
Okay.
For-
And I'm not going
for
to
at
ask.
least 50 years.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm not going to ask your age, but
Okay.
that would be 40 years or more, right?
Yes,
Okay. Now you heard Michaela testify that she was only married that once. Is that right?
that is correct. She was never married again.
Okay. And you agree that that marriage ended in divorce?
Yes, and I moved in with her to help with bills in 2011. So I know that she has no other children.
Okay. And you anticipated my next question.
Okay.
Being around her entire life, do you believe you would know if there were another child?
Yes, she had problems giving birth to Michaela, and so there was no way that she was able to have any more children.
Okay. So is it your testimony that Michaela is her only child?
Yes.
Okay. Did she take in any other children and raise them as her own in a way that they might claim to be hers?
No, it was just her, me, and Michaela in the house.
Okay. Do you have anything financially to gain from your testimony today?
Nothing.
Okay. So if the judge grants what Michaela's asked for, you don't get anything out of it. Is that right?
Nothing at all.
Okay. I pass a witness, Your Honor.
Stevens.
Lawrence, I've talked to you before, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and what you just testified, you had related to me in a phone conversation that we had?
Yes.
Okay, and you were around your sister then frequently?
Yes, we lived together since 2011.
Okay, and prior to that, did you visit with her and stay in contact with her?
Oh yeah. There was a house in between us. Michaela and her moved out where I lived when Michaela was 3. So, but I was with her and my sister probably close to almost every day.
And did you also, like you said, when Michaela was 3, was she divorced from Mr. her husband at that time?
No, she was about 10 years old when she was divorced in 2011.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is you had enough contact with her and visits around. If she would have had a relationship with some other guy and had a child, you would have known about it.
Oh yeah, we volunteered together. We did all sorts of. There is no way that she had another relationship with anything, and there is no other child. Michaela is it.
And you're positive you would have known. You would have known.
I know I would have. I would have known without a shadow of a doubt, because I mean, I love my niece and I spoiled her. And if I had another niece or nephew out there, I would have spoiled them as well.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I pass the witness.
Okay.
Call you next.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call Melody Frisier. Melody, if you are there and can unmute.
Yeah.
So somebody else is unmuted.
Michaela, I think you need to mute. There you go.
All right. Thank you so much. Melody, have you heard the testimony so far from Michaela and Dina?
Melody, you're muted now. So if you'll unmute, please. Now we can't see you.
So if you can keep the video rolling and unmute,
Okay.
that would be perfect. Still muted. Okay, so now we have your,
Yep.
there you go.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. All right. So you've heard the testimony so far given by Ms. Boris and Michaela. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and in summary, that testimony was that the decedent, Denise Marie Lawrence, was only married once, that she was divorced many years ago, only had one child, and that child is Michaela. Do you agree with that testimony?
Yes.
If you were asked the same questions that I asked regarding Ms. Lawrence, would you answer the same way?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Let's talk just a minute about how long you knew Ms. Lawrence. When did you meet her?
When I was 14 and she was 15, which would have been in 1984.
Okay, 1984, when y'all were 14 and 15 respectively. Did y'all keep in some contact over the years?
Absolutely. We were in very close, frequent contact. Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like you would know if she had any other children?
Yes.
Okay. And it's your testimony that she did not have any other children. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Did she take any in to raise such that they might think that they were adopted or something like that?
No.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
7.
Ms. Free J, how did you know Ms. Lawrence?
We were best friends, like I say, since 1984, since we were teenagers.
Did you live in the same town?
Close by.
Did you go to the same school?
We went to the same high school, and then we saw each other very frequently after.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. After high school, you stayed in frequent contact with her.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. So there's no doubt in your mind that she had no other children other than Michaela.
Right. No doubt in my mind.
Do you have any monetary interest in this estate?
No.
So you have nothing to gain by your testimony?
No.
I pass the witness.
Mr. Gunner, anything else?
That's it regarding the determination of heirship, Your Honor.
All right, and I see both of you and Ms. Savage have signed off on it. I'm going to approve the judgment declaring heirship, and you may proceed with the administration.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. So I want to go back to Michaela. Could you so the judge has declared you the heir and only heir of your mom's estate.
Kelly, you need to unmute, please. Mute, unmute, mute, unmute.
Right.
All right, now you may proceed.
It's a brave new world we have, Judge.
Yeah, it is. I'll drink to that. And how about those Astros, by the way?
How about those Astros?
We answered last night. Go ahead, sorry.
No. So are you asking the court to make you the independent administrator of your mom's estate?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is there a reason to administer your mom's estate? Let me ask you this way. Is the reason that you're asking for an administration because your mom has a pension with the Texas Teacher Retirement System in excess of the small estate affidavit amount, and that the Texas Teacher Retirement System is requiring you to go through this proceeding in order to access those funds that that would go to you as the heir?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you as the sole heir? You of course consent to be the independent administrator. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking the court to waive any requirement of bond for this administration? So are you asking the court not to require you to put up a bond for this administration? So a bond would be an insurance policy that you would have to buy to be the administrator. Are you asking the court to not make you do that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you agree to take on the role of administrator and take care of all the debts, including outstanding funeral expenses and expenses owed pursuant to this proceeding, if the court grants you the independent administrator status?
Yes.
Your Honor, that's all we have. We just request that that Michaela be appointed the independent administrator and letters of administration be issued upon her providing the providing her oath to the court. One more thing, Michaela. Is there any reason that you would be disqualified from being the administrator of this estate?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. You ever been convicted of a felony?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of any crime of moral turpitude? That would be something that would suggest dishonesty, robbery, theft, something like that?
No.
That's all, Your Honor.
Yes. Ms. Savage, do you have anything?
No,
Administration?
Judge.
Okay, so I see your order says order granting dependent administration, but then in the first sentence, it says independent. So are you requesting an independent?
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize. That is an error. We're requesting an independent.
Okay, I will change that and initial it.
Thank you.
And being that she's on the air, I will grant the independent administration with no bond.
All right.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. May we be excused, Your Honor?
You may be.
Okay. And before we go, I just wanted to make sure, Ms. Savage, you received payment from my office for your services. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Everything's taken care of.
All right. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Y'all too.
You too.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, cause number 84, 22 CPR 0084, the state of Gabrielle Maldonado.
We need to leave.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Miss Head. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Are you testifying? No, you have Miss Maldonado.
I have Miss Maldonado, and I had 2 witnesses, and one might have dropped off. I don't know where the other one.
Here. Emmanuel's here.
You got one witness.
Is Leroy with you, Manny? I saw Leroy. Now I
I
only
think
see
he's
Manny.
in his own office.
Okay.
Why don't you see if you can get him? We'll go ahead and get this other one out of the way. Mr. Head, you can get him on. All right, let's go to cause number 90 in the state of John D. Fitzgerald. Good morning, Mr. Carlson.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have John Blake Fitzgerald here. I think he says he knows you.
Oh, yeah. You may proceed.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Would you give your name to the court, please?
John Blake Fitzgerald.
And you are the son of John D. Fitzgerald, correct?
Yes.
And is it true that your father passed away on November 14th of 2021 in Chambers County at the age of 83?
Yes.
And at the time of your your father's death, was he a resident of Chambers County?
Yes.
I'm going to show you. I didn't have it in front of me, but the application, the will that we've offered for probate is his last will and testament was signed on April 8th of 2006, correct? 2016.
16. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that was signed here in my office. Did your father ever revoke that?
No.
And after the date of the will, did your father ever have or adopt any children?
No.
And after the date of the will, was any of his marriages, he was married to your mom, was that marriage continued through the day of his death?
Yes.
Is there any state government agency or charity named in the will as a beneficiary?
No.
And you are named, along with your wife Cassie, to serve as the independent co-executors, is that correct?
Yes.
And Cassie has waived her right to serve.
Yes.
So do you know of any reason that you would be disqualified from serving as executor, such as a felony conviction?
No.
That's all we have, Your Honor.
All right, order the probate of the will and authorized letters testamentary. Blake, sorry about your dad. Good to see you.
Appreciate it, man. Good to see you. Tell Blake hello.
I'll do it.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, back to cause number 84, state of Gabrielle Maldonado. Gabriel, I guess. Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
this is now
I think we've got everybody. If everybody wants. to
Manny and
unmute.
Leroy.
Yes, hello.
If you'll unmute and turn your video on, please, Leroy.
I took my video off. I don't have video.
You don't have video?
Oh, sorry. Do you need the video on?
If you got it, please.
Okay. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes.
So did both of you get sworn in? Or did
At the very beginning, yes, sir.
Leroy, did you?
I did not, sir.
All right, raise your right hand, please.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you may proceed, Counsel.
Okay, I'll start with Miss Maldonado to get the underlying facts. Miss Maldonado, can you state your name for the court?
You're muted, Ms. Maldonado.
Veronica Maldonado.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Miss Maldonado, you are the surviving spouse of the decedent in this case, Gabriel Maldonado. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And is it true that he died on June the 17th, 2021?
That's correct.
And did he die in Chambers County or Harris County?
In Harris County.
Okay. But at the time of his death, was he domiciled and residing in Chambers County?
Correct.
And you are still a resident of Chambers County, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And we've submitted to the court a will that was signed by him. It doesn't have a date. I think we did the best to come up with a date, and the date I came up with was April the 22nd, 2017. Does that sound fairly close, or might have been done about that time?
It's the date of the Iron Man. It's the date of the
I
Iron Man.
think that's what I looked up. I think
Yeah.
that's how I came up with it. I think I looked that up.
Every time he did the Iron Man, he always did his will because it's such a dangerous sport. So if you flip, I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you flip the bib around, it has the date on the will. I mean, it has the date on the bib.
Okay. Okay. And that will was in his hand. It's just one sentence, right? But it's fully in his handwriting,
Yes,
and it's
yes,
signed by
because they
him.
have to write on the back of each. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And at the time, he was over the age of 18 at the time he signed that. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And we've brought two witnesses along today that are also going to testify to your husband's handwriting and signature. So we'll let them give testimony a little bit later. But to the best of your knowledge, did he ever do any kind of formal will or anything that might have revoked the document that we've submitted?
No, sir.
Okay, and that document doesn't name the state, a governmental agency of the state, or a charity as a beneficiary. It just says everything to Veronica.
That's correct.
Okay, and you guys did actually have a child after the date of this will, is that correct?
That is correct.
But it is you and Gabriel's child. It's not his child with
No.
anybody else.
It's our child. Yes.
Okay, and he was never divorced after the date of this will. You guys have been together and you guys remained together until the date of his death.
That is correct.
Okay, and the will doesn't name you as executor. Again, it's simply one line, but because you're the only beneficiary under this will, you're asking that the court appoint you as the independent administrator to serve without bond. No appraisers are necessary for the estate. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And have you ever been convicted of a felony, or has a court ever declared you to be incapacitated?
No, sir.
Okay, and there is a necessity for the administration of this estate. I believe there's a potential lawsuit pending.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you need to be appointed administrator of the estate so that you can pursue that lawsuit.
That is correct.
Okay. I'll pass this witness.
No questions, Counselor. You may proceed.
Okay, I'll call Emmanuel or Manny.
Yes, sir.
Manny, can you state your full name for the court?
Emmanuel Valadares.
And were you familiar with the decedent in this case, Gabriel Maldonado?
Yeah, he was my best friend.
Okay, how long were you friends with him?
Since we met 2018 and we played basketball together.
Okay, and so during that time, did you have occasion to become familiar with his handwriting and his signature?
Yes.
Okay, and have you seen the document that we've submitted to probate? I can put it up on the
No.
screen if necessary.
Yeah, I haven't seen the document.
Okay, Judge, should I put that up on the screen?
Yes, please do.
All right. It says I can't screen share.
I don't know if our IT's on or not. Let me see if.
There we go. Do you see that document? Emmanuel, can you see the document the judge is holding up?
No, sir. Yes, you are talking right now, so you have the screen.
You can change the view.
Swipe right, and then you'll see it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, you see the document the judge is holding up. Does that look like
Oh yeah,
Gabriel's handwriting?
that's Gabriel's handwriting, especially the line on the end.
Okay, you're 100% certain.
Yep.
Okay, and have you been promised anything to be here today? Are you getting anything out of this estate?
Nope.
Okay, I'll pass this witness, Judge.
No questions, Counselor. Call your next witness.
All right, next I'll call Leroy. Can you state your full name for the court?
My name is Leroy Valadares.
And Mr. Valadares, are you familiar with the decedent in this case, Gabriel Maldonado?
Yes, sir.
Are you friends with him, family?
We were brother-in-law.
Okay. And how long did you know him?
Pretty much going on since 2008, 2009. It was a long time.
Okay. And in that time, did you have occasion to become familiar with his handwriting and signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you see that document that the judge previously put on the screen?
I did.
And do you recognize that as his handwriting and signature?
Yes, I can confirm that.
Okay. No question in your mind that was written by him.
Yeah, no question. He always writes like that, especially during the before the races.
Okay. And have you been promised anything to be here today? Do you stand to gain anything from this estate?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll pass this witness.
No questions, Counselor. All right.
That's all I have, Judge.
All right, hereby order the probate of the will and grant the independent administration authorized letters of administration. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care, Ms. Maldonado.
Thank you.
Guys, have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, court's adjourned.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Go Stros.
There you go.